Assassination Classroom, Season 2, Episode 8.
生徒を人質に取ったか。
おそらく私をおびき出し殺す気なんでしょうね。
Which is what we want, right, Karasuma? That's good, right?
仕方ない。プラン16だ。
Alright, this is a little bit annoying now. He's just showing off.
こと降りている。イリーナ。
This is actually all just for our relationship. This is a test. Irina would rather endanger all of her students' lives and undo a plan to stop the biggest threat known to the world than accept a guy she likes isn't into her. You live by the beauty sword, you die by the beauty sword. Oh, I just realized, of course, since he's there, then he disappears. It's sad. 8th period, Reaper Time, Part 2. He looks like stealth camouflage from Metal Gear Solid.
ロブロから聞いている。
He did warn us, yeah. Oh, he's alive! That's great news! Okay, that's a nice, convenient justification for not making us write you into the villain category. There's redemption possible for you after all, and you can join our class? How old are you?
他に気配はない。彼の銃に気をつければ。
Whoops. Where did that come from? Oh, it's her. This actually looks fairly compromising and terrible.
オロ先生まで捕まっちまうなんて。
対先生物質の檻ですか。
So he cannot escape through them. And he can't explode.
私の特徴機能最大機械は。紹介機でコーティングして作ったしたです。こんな檻など半日もあれば溶かせます。
Alright, at least it's something. What are you guys doing?
上の捜査室から指示を出せば、放出される毎秒200トンの水圧と檻で、君はところてん上にバラバラになる。
Why does this sound so familiar? I'm having deja vu. Maybe it's just the Terasaka water episode, because we know he can't swim, and he gets puffy, which limits his movement.
プロとして結果優先で動いただけよ。あんたの望む通りでしょ。
確かに多少手荒だが、地球を救う最大のチャンスをみすみす逃せというのかな。
I mean, some would say yes.
機械なら殺せるという時はどうするか。政府の方針を確認しておきたいのですが。
Oh, the government, of course, are going to say yes.
君、ケースバイケースだよ。
Dodged that question. He like physically dodged it. He's like, whoa, ho, ho, ho. I'll leave that to your neck. Answer this as ambiguously as possible so that I can blame you.
現場の君が判断したまえ。
That's a yes.
責任は俺が負えってことだ。
Yeah, your neck.
ならば今は俺の判断か。政府の見解を伝える。
I don't think that's exactly the government's answer officially, but I like it. It's amazing.
言っておくがイリーナ。プロってのは
We have
そんな
no
気楽なもん
chance.
じゃないぞ。
カラスマを殺すのに時間がかかると計画がほころぶか。ここは。
Fleeing by second blade. Don't chase him. Maybe free them?
どこのタコですら簡単に捕まえたのよ。リッチ先生。
So you're not brainwashed, huh?
手伝ってほしい。
You're doing this because you were ignored?
ドアノブ裏に違和感。
You can sense that from the doorknob? It's amazing.
解除の時間はない。まあいい、開けよう。
So just take this blast.
かかったか。まあ足止めにはなるか。
Well, that might be good. Maybe now you think we're dead.
思ったよ
Not slowed down at all.
人殺しのスキルを身につけたらね。片っ端から使いたくなるのが殺し屋のサガさ。
And there's my second blade.
当てなよイリーナ。
ごめんね。
Yeah, she missed on purpose. She could have just shot him.
あんたには理解できないだろうけど、彼は理解してくれた。僕とお前は同じだって。
Is that all you want? You just want some appreciation?
テロが絶えない貧困のスラムに生まれ、命なんてすぐ消えるあやふやな世界。信用できるのは金と斧がスキルと、殺せば人は死ぬということだけ。
Similar backgrounds. Do whatever you can to survive.
たとえ僕が君を捨て石に使おうともね。
That was a little bit preemptive, maybe. He just saved her. Karasuno. The whole team of Haikyuu just saved Irina. The crossover no one saw coming. I like how this whole like epic Reaper plot is actually just a vehicle for the romantic plot.
生きているとはさすがだな。
Oh, he stuck around long enough to see that they're alive.
君たちを惑わすためだけに雇った。
And he like didn't really save her. She got hit by a concrete slab.
イリーナは瓦礫の下敷きだ。だが構っている暇はない。死神を追う。
Oh, it's just tough choices everywhere. You gotta save her, yeah.
プロだとかどうでもいいよ。15の私がなんだけど、ビ
チ先生まだ21だよ。
Oh god, you forget that sometimes.
ビッチ先生はさ、大人になる途中で大人のかけらをいくつか拾い忘れたんだよ。
Yes.
私たち生徒が間違えた
That's a nice analogy.
許してくれるように。
She's basically a high school student herself.
血の記憶に怯えながら平穏な日常を求めるか、逃げるのではなく仕事として飼いならすか。
Odd choice.
には酷な選択か。難民キャンプへ。
She chose though.
冷たい血の海が私の日常。裏切られて死ぬくらいがちょうどいい。
This is another one of those moments where things sort of diverge, the reality of it and the metaphor of it, because this is not a good thing for a child. Let's throw that out there. It's tough to tease out the different elements, but just trying to contextualize it to a more normal experience and going with their breakdown of like not picking up all the puzzle pieces along the way. They're just the tools you use as a vulnerable child or teen or adult even to get through the immediate situation, because the situation is there and the problems are there, regardless of whether or not you have developed the resources to deal with them perfectly or appropriately. And so you just have to use the tools you have. And that means relying on imperfect tools. And my personal assessment of this is that that's okay. And actually there are things to be grateful for, as flawed as they were. You know, it got you through the moment you were in, and that's something to be celebrated because it was a difficult moment. But then once you're on solid ground, once you're no longer in a dire situation where you feel like you're drowning, there is a time and a place for going back and reevaluating those tools critically. I think it goes horribly wrong when, like, you know, you just lean on the same tools your whole life, and those tools are now no longer the life-saving thing they once were, but are actually causing the destruction, or are causing the same pain for others that you yourself once had to get through. There's a very real cyclical element to this that's been covered so well by just so many shows, where you hope to be the one that can break that cycle. Again, it's tough because it's assassination. It's a very visceral thing, but like her teacher gave her assassination as a way out of this existence, and that came with a certain cutthroatness, natural distrust for others, which could use some serious updating. I mean, the Karasuma thing could have activated all of the previous abandonment stuff, and you know, she's dealing with this the way that she's always dealt with it. Looking at the puzzle thing in a different way, you can say that actually you maybe never have an incomplete puzzle. There are no blank spots. There's something there, but what that something is can vary greatly in usefulness and quality and health. And so rather seeing it as complete the puzzle, it's more like updating the puzzle somewhat. Maybe you have pieces from someone else's puzzle. Another element of this is to tame your memories through work outside of the realm of assassination, just because of like the damage that does. I think I may have somewhat of a controversial opinion on this, and it's tricky because this is more often wrong than it is right, but I just have had the experience where engaging in a thing to its fullest helped me get out of the thing that was causing damage in my life. Maybe it has something to do with the natural instinct for what's calling you based on some subconscious knowledge of what you need, and because calling is so important and so rare, sometimes the only way out is through, you know, comparing that to like hiding, running away, not engaging with anything. If there's a certain endeavor that is clearly not really optimal for your life or not great, but that is just where the calling is at that moment, just because of this weird thing where to master anything is to get really close to some sort of deeper thing that underlies all things, or at least many things, allows you to then start to see the smallness of the thing itself, and also applying yourself to anything in a serious way is doing for you what applying yourself to anything probably would. So you are also growing. It's complicated.
追われてよかった。日の当たる場所でぬくもりを思い出してしまう前に。
Yeah, I don't think this is it.
さっさと出てこい。重いものを背負っ
Did you have
て
to say
や
it so dramatically?
全員逃げた。
He lick his way out?
排除したのか。なんて敵はだ。
Underestimated them a little bit.
指輪のリモコンは起爆命
Tick
令と
tock
か
on the clock.
きついな。
Another camo.
壁と
Yeah, this is where this was coming handy.
監視カメラには三村の言う通り正確に見えない場所がある。
Good work, guys.
スプレーで。
Oh, it's spray.
ってことは今すっぱだかなんだよね。
もうお嫁に行けない。
Why?
左腕は骨折の可能性があるな。
Honestly, if that's all it is, you are
他に
extremely
痛みとか
fortunate.
はあるか。おい、違う。
That's not good.
あんたがいい体すぎて。
Oh, she just got an anime nosebleed.
生徒たちの計画
He has returned as fog. As he does.
お前が育った世界とは違うかもしれない。だが、俺と生徒がいる世界には、お前が必要だ。
What a birthday, belated birthday. You have value in our lives after all.
気がついた時にはもういなかったわ。ひどいじゃない死神。
Betrayed me.
私ごと爆破するなんて。
いやーごめんよ。
My bad.
僕らの世界は騙し騙されの世界だろ。
That's maybe the undoing right there.
すぐ男を乗り換えるビッチだから。
Get suplexed. It's okay, your head will cushion my fall.
そんなに大した殺
There's
し
a
屋
lot of
か
mystique building, and he also talks such a big game. It's sort of like reveals some cracks. Someone who's really that confident doesn't talk like that.
一つ一つ
And
の
does he
スキル
really
が
have
さすがだ
16 plans?
爪も脇も甘すぎる。
Oh no, this is your real face?
顔の皮は剥いで捨てた
You
よ。
did you?
変装のスキルを極める上で邪魔でしかない。
Yeah, this is okay. This is very, very too much about the assassination.
ねえどうなってるの？
いいと
Stop talking and get to licking.
悲惨な境遇で育ったなんて作り話。
Oh,
あの
Did you go to
女を
private
引
school?
き入れるトークスキルさ。
that's pretty clever.
僕の親は
That's still tragic. That's terrible.
美しいスキルだろうと。
Okay, I think you have issues. Is this somebody we know?
僕は魅了された。暗殺とは
Okay, I
美
think
しいスキル
it's
の
starting to
集合体だ。
become clear what his flaw is. This
ご
is
覧
his
に入れよ
signature. He's got a finger gun.
う。わずか10口径。
He traded his finger. He's really just traded his whole humanity. It's a very direct metaphor.
大量出血で死に至る。死神にしかできない。総
He's
合
very
芸
proud of it.
術さ。
He's got the same like loneliness thing that Conquest did in Invincible, where only his victims can appreciate him. He probably would have been much better off just having daddy's love. Probably big trauma response there. Similar to the path Irina was offered, where like, well, you could just double down on it. Just go into it. Dive into the darkness so you can understand it and feel like it's not a threat to you. That Phantom in the night, once you become the Phantom, you realize it's a human. And so it stops being threatening. It's not this ghost specter and you're not totally helpless child anymore. Trade-off is you've become this ghost Phantom with no face and no finger bones. Speaking of missing puzzle pieces along the way. Oh, he blocked it.
死神でも急所は同じでほっとしたぞ。
You didn't sacrifice that. You're not a true assassin. How do we know that?
俺の大事な生徒と同僚に手を出したんだ。
Oh, he's gonna crack it. Cool
スキル
mystique.
ならうちの教室に全て揃ってる。
I think we found out who like the #1 fighter is in this world.
殺し屋なんてやめたらどうだ。職案に行けばそのスキルも役に立つぞ。
Will they though? What kind of employment? I mean, you can't type.
驚異的なスキルを持った男だったが。
Right, that's it. Yeah, that's putting it very succinctly.
影響を与えたものが多く
Ultimate process oriented.
人間を生かすも殺すも周囲の世界と人間次第か。
そういうことです。ねえ、イリーナ先生。
You got some apologizing to do. Very embarrassing.
好きなようにすりゃいいわ。
We don't want that.
まくった日頃の実力を
No.
女子は私の
Let's stop you there.
日頃の嫉妬を思う存分性的な暴力だ。
Disgusting.
何日もバックれてねえでよ。
No more drinking on the job. We've noticed you're drinking a lot.
裏切ったりヤバいことしたりそれでこそのビッチじゃないか
I think they're really using it in that way now.
そういうことだ。
What a great moment.
自分の意志で敵を倒して得たものだ。誕生日はそれならいいか。
I mean, it's so much better.
しかも前より鼻減ってるし。
Stop it. Don't blow
ガ
it.
ツンと文句言ってやるわ。
You're just lying to
こういう時な
yourself.
んて言うんだっけ。
It's creeping up.
はい可能性出てきたねこれ。私がつまつけてたのに。
It's so much better too. The flower is not just, I bought you a flower with money that I made from work doing something that I don't really enjoy. I took this flower out of the hands of the world's deadliest assassin. It's got real meaning behind it. I also gave you the gift of life by not allowing you to get slowly smushed by that concrete slab that fell from the ceiling. I patched up your arm, your broken arm. I think you should be grateful.
安心して殺されることができる環境づくりを。
No more outside interference.
条件は飲もう。どの道もう終わりだ。個人レベルのフリーの殺し屋に
Not like it's been working out.
各国共同で進めている最終暗殺プロジェクトだ。
Okay. That sounds like it's gonna be a doozy.
腕は
平気。
だがこの場所はいい世界だ。
Interesting. That's a nice resolution that came out of that. It could have been just like big bad assassin and, punch, punch, kick, kick, boom, boom, bang, bang, and, he dies. We overcame with our force and power. But it ends up being surprisingly on theme and also heartwarming. I mean, I think a lot of the antagonizing forces in the show, they just serve as a counter to Koro Sensei, who is like richness, heart, value, anchored value first. And if you get that North Star perfectly, you can't get the other things wrong. They will fall in place as a natural extension of that. Like if you understand the beauty and the significance of the world you live in and the people around you and your own potential, you will find and develop the right tools for the things you need to do. And also the things you need to do will be better chosen, more on target, and you'll be more efficient at selecting the things to help you accomplish them because you have such a great and heightened sense of why they matter, what they're for, so that the pain in doing them, the inner turmoils you may have are kind of washed out by the light. Funny that I mistakenly said Karasuno because it actually ends up being very similar to Haikyuu. The plot of the show takes that to an extreme, and sometimes it's hard to like fully be on board just logistically with like, well, don't we want Koro Sensei to die? Isn't this the whole point? But thematically, I think it's resoundingly meaningful and also correct. Going for one particular aim and treating that aim as the end-all be-all, while pushing aside your conscience, while putting aside the value of your fellow man, seeking important but still subsidiary things like your immediate wants, money. A very short-sighted, narrow victory that comes at a great cost has a way of causing you to undo yourself because you're not paying attention to more fundamental truths that are bigger than your immediate needs in this moment, but exist for like all of humanity, not just now, but for all future human existence, and hard to imagine, but possibly beyond that, depending on what humans create. We're like, there actually maybe is some kind of map of the best strategy, the most practical strategy with the most incorporated and deeply looking view. And turns out that map is the very values we already know so well we treat them as cliche even, and are there precisely for that reason, because we've had enough time to evolve both as an individual animal species and as a society, where there's enough feedback that has emerged, and it's there for a reason. It's not arbitrary or random. It's not some hokey thing for TV. It's the blueprint of which we were built with a radar, but there are temptations to brush that to the side because of our more animalistic impulses and our selfishness and confusing the various signals. And it's easy to miss the fact that not only does this eat away at you, probably internally on something like a spiritual level or, just like a personal life level, it also is undoing the things you're connected to so that the environment you're in is worse. The situations that arise are worse. And if by some stroke of luck they don't adversely impact you, they are definitely planting the seeds for adverse effects for your lineage in the future and your children and the children of your friends. There has to be something higher we're anchored to, or else we're just like adrift, and everyone can make their own moral assessments that rationalize their misdeeds and their mistreatment of others. Things like someone's pain, being in a very survival mentality where like it's me or them, it's a dog-eat-dog world. And to try to take a fully expansive view, it's not even that those aren't important or don't have their function or don't have their own beauty. It's just that that's only a part of it. And those can't be allowed to be the whole thing and dominate all of our lives and all of societal discourse. You cannot exactly pinpoint it, but you can feel it. And if that North Star gets refined enough to where that is what's guiding you, and we're not lured in by distractions or selfishness, self-gratification, immediate desires over long-term health and well-being and satisfaction, then something more lasting is allowed to take root.